So right now we're talking about taking risks and rolling the dice in order to get ahead in life, which is what you need to do to actually get ahead in life. If you think that you are going to get ahead in life by playing it safe, by doing what everybody else is doing, you are surely mistaken, my son. You are surely mistaken, because all of the most successful people on the planet became successful by not doing what everybody else is doing. Okay? And this is why I vehemently try to red pill as many of you guys as quickly as possible, so that you can stop doing what everyone else is doing. Because as long as you are doing that, you will never actually achieve success. Okay? You just won't, guys. I mean, I'm going to tell you point blank, as somebody who came from being poor, grew up being, not having money, to all of a sudden having money and becoming successful and joining the 1%. It's oddly enough, I am part of the 1%. Believe it or not. I didn't even know that until my accountant notified me of that, by the way. It was like one day while I was running my business, my accountant had called me and she said, "Hey, guess what?" And I'm like, "What?" She goes, "We have to completely rearrange your taxes. We have to form a corporation now that you're earning as much as you are." She was like, "We need to incorporate you." I'm like, "What? Wait, I used to work for a corporation. You're saying that I'm going to become a corporation?" And she's like, "Yes, you're going to become a corporation, Matt." And I'm like, I was just completely dumbfounded. And I'm like, why? I'm like, why can't we just keep doing what we're doing, right? My lazy ass self. I didn't want to change anything. And she was like, "Because of what you're earning," she's like, we need to incorporate you. Most business owners who are in the top 1% incorporate. And I was like, "But I'm not in the top 1%. And she was like, "Matt, you're in the top 1%. You've been in the top 1%. And I'm like, "What?" And she was like, "Yes, you're in the top 1% of earners in the United States." And I was like, "Wait a minute. How did this happen?" She was like, "I don't know, but you are. Congratulations." And so she was like, "Yeah, we need to incorporate you." So just coming from a place of growing up without money to all of a sudden joining the 1%, I mean, it kind of messed with my mind a little bit. But, it took a little bit of processing to understand and really just process that, right? But once I did, I just realized, like, shit, I didn't get here from doing what everyone else is doing. I got here from doing what everyone else wasn't doing and wasn't willing to do. And most of that was taking risks, betting on myself, not following the beaten path. Okay? Doing things my way. Not listening to the collective, not listening to groupthink, not taking advice from people who weren't doing better than me. That's another big thing that is screwing you guys up, is you take advice from people who are not doing better than you. Okay? And this is why whenever I get like somebody randomly hating on me in the comments and saying, "No, this is not how you pick up women," or "You're wrong about, how to start a business." And I'm like, "Okay, how are you doing financially? How many beautiful women do you date and have you dated?" Right? And then you hear crickets, nothing. "Oh no, that doesn't matter." It's like, yeah, motherfucker, that does matter, right? Because if you don't have a business yourself, you have no idea. So shut up. If you're still working for the man and you're living paycheck to paycheck and you're sitting there trying to tell me how to run my business, get out of here, right? That's like you being on an airplane, never having flown an airplane before, and then knocking on the cockpit and telling the pilot how to fly, right? He's gonna be like, "Get out of here, dude. Who are you?" So, same thing. If you want to get ahead in life, if you want to get ahead in anything, you have to be willing to take risks. Okay? There are no two ways about it. Now, does this mean to go out there and be foolish and take unnecessary, just dumb risk? Of course not. You have to take calculated risks. okay? And more importantly, you just have to throw a bunch of shit up on the wall and see what sticks, okay? You have to throw a bunch of ideas up on the wall and see what sticks. The problem with most people is most people live like they have 1,000 years, right, to live, like they're never gonna die. And then they try one idea at a time. They take their sweet ass time at it. They don't put any pressure on themselves. They don't give themselves a deadline. This is why most people never accomplish anything. Most people never go anywhere in life. Okay? And speaking of my haters, my comment section, I've called them out for this shit too. I'm like, this is why you're in my comment section hating. It's because you have no life, because you're failing. Okay? You're failing at life. This is why you spend your time and your energy down in the comments, probably not only just on my YouTube videos, but anybody's YouTube videos that they disagree with. It's like, instead of creating your own channel and putting your own content out there and trying to make money from it, or going out there and trying to pursue your life passions, your goals, your dreams, and trying to make good in the world and affect people's lives, here you are narcissistically in my comment section trying to change my opinion, trying to change the people who follow me, their opinions too. You know, you look at my coaching videos, you see the overwhelming amount of like to dislike ratio. Obviously, guys are gravitating towards me because they agree with me. I mean, for you to come in here as a hater and try to disagree with all of us and literally like just, you know, pull your hair out trying to change our opinions. I mean, what does that say about you? It says that you are a failure. You're a loser, okay? Because people who are winners, people who are successful, do not spend their time doing that shit, okay? We don't spend our time doing that shit. We spend our time going out there and making real change in the world, right? And really, that's how you get rich. You add value to people's lives, right? That's a topic for another coaching video. But if you want to become successful in life, at anything, okay, at anything, you have to take a path that not many others have, right? You kind of have to be a pioneer, you know, and you're gonna have arrows in your back, dude. You're gonna have people firing arrows in your back, okay? Because you're the pioneer, okay? It's real easy once somebody's already done it and just to copycat and just follow that person. Real easy, okay? But it's generally not gonna make you rich, right? It's not gonna make you successful. So if you actually want to, you know, do something with your life and be something in life, be something above average, and live just an above average lifestyle, I mean, really like live like a rock star, you have to take risks, right? Because I get a lot of people ask me, like, man, what is it like? You know, it's like, dude, you are living the life. You're like, you know, and they've literally said shit like that. It's like, dude, you're like a rock star. You're like living the life. You're, you know, you're like traveling everywhere. You're, you know, your business, you don't have to show up to a job. You don't have to like do the 9-to-5 shit. And it's like, dude, it's not like I've never done that, because I have, right? I've done that before. I've been part of the, you know, I've been on the hamster wheel, so to speak. You know, I worked in corporate America. I had a Fortune, you know, even there, man, even when I got that Fortune 500 job, actually it was a Fortune 100. Even when I got that job, I was making 6 figures a year. I was barely working 15 hours a week. I had bought myself a brand new Mercedes top down within 6 months. You know, I did all this coming from a background where, you know, nobody did shit like that. Nobody got jobs like that. So even when I did go out and get a job, I always just swung for the fences. Okay, now, why would I swing for the fences when I don't have an Ivy League college degree, right? I mean, there are so many other, and there were so many other more qualified candidates than me that this company could have hired, right? That maybe they should have hired. But I got the job. You know, I got the job. I mean, even that is a topic for another coaching video. But I mean, because a lot of it I use my pickup skills. But I mean, just getting that job alone, I mean, it required taking a risk, because most of my friends that I grew up with, they were taking hourly jobs, making, you know, 10, 12 bucks an hour. And I had been there too. I mean, one of my first jobs, I worked at Round Table Pizza, got fired from there. Then I worked at Mel's Drive-In in San Francisco. It's like 50s joint. I was making the milkshakes. I was what you call a soda jerk, right? I was working for minimum wage back then, minimum wage and tips. Minimum wage back then was $4.25 an hour. And I was struggling, man. And I saw people that I was working with that were my dad's age, and I'm like, shit, they're still here. You know, and I just realized very young, like, I did not want to follow that path. I did not want to be 40 years old like I am now, you know, in my 40s and, you know, still working here. You know, I want the big house, the nice cars. I want the beautiful women. And I'm like, I don't think I'm going to get that by staying here making milkshakes, right? I need to start taking some bets on myself. And I had mentioned that I was in college at the time. And even going to college, man, I remember, and you know this too, if you're in college right now, or, you know, say you went to college. I mean, I remember the first year, my freshman year, walking on that college campus, and I remember registering, and this is before the internet, right? So this is pre-internet. And back then when we would register for classes, you would have to get there super early. I remember my dad waking me up at like 5 in the morning. I was half asleep because I went clubbing the other night. And he was like, hey, get up and get in that line. You have to register for your classes. I'm like, okay. And I got up and I went to the school. It was like, I got there like 6 a.m., like a little before 6 a.m. I mean, the sun wasn't even out yet. It was still dark. And I remember standing in this line, and it was like literally like longer than the line was for Star Wars when I first saw it come out in 1977. I mean, this line was just, it was incredibly long, right? It went from like the administration building all the way out to the street, and then blocks even like another 2 or 3 blocks down. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, is everybody registering for classes? And I'm looking at all these students with their backpacks and their pencils and their pens, and I'm thinking to myself, how am I going to get rich, like in this line with all these other vultures who are trying to do the same thing? How am I going to get rich going to school, getting a degree, then going out there and getting some badass job if I'm standing in line with all the other, you know, all these people want to do the same exact thing I do. So that was awakening, you know, that was a wake-up moment for me. And really, even though I did end up registering for classes, my heart just wasn't in it. The only thing that motivated me to go to my classes was I had, you know, there were a lot of cuties at my school. That was really the only reason I showed up, you know, for that and to play football. And luckily, thanks to my football coaches, I passed a lot of classes I shouldn't have, right? They let me pass, you know, because I played quarterback. They need me. They need me. And really what supports a lot of these schools, especially big colleges, is the football program. So all the nerds who hate on the football players, hey, we're really, you know, supporting the entire student body, so you should support us. But anyway, thanks to football, I didn't really have to go to class that much. And you know what? I didn't really need to, because I majored in business back then, and everything we were learning, even back then before the internet, I have not used at all. I mean, probably maybe one thing, but I can't even remember what that was. But I really haven't used any of it. You know, all of it came from life experience, as all of it will come for you from life experience. But if you want to get ahead, man, you just can't do what everyone else is doing, especially if you're in college. I have a good number of subscribers who are in college, right? They're still in college, and I'm like, are you studying to be a doctor? No. Lawyer? No. Engineer? No. What are you studying? Business? Like, dude, business? You don't need college for that. Go out there and start a business. Goodness gracious. Get on YouTube. Find some mentors. Okay? Follow Alex Becker. Right? You do not need to go to college. I just saved you $100,000. I saved you $100,000. Okay? You do not need college anymore. All college is going to do is indoctrinate you. Okay? You do not need college anymore. So save your money and just go out there and start your career, whatever it is. Unless you want to become a doctor, lawyer, engineer, where you need a professional degree, you need to be licensed by the state. Yeah, you need to go to college. There's no two ways about it. Okay? But if you're just going because you don't know what to do with your life, or you think that you could study business at college and then get rich, That's not going to happen. I studied business in college, okay? That is not what made me rich, okay? That degree is completely useless to me. Even when I got that Fortune 100 job, that degree did not help me, because there were people who were applying for the same job who did graduate from Ivy League schools, who graduated from way better schools, way more educated than me. I knew if I popped in there and I showed them my degree, it wasn't going to mean a whole lot. Okay, and I went to a pretty good college, but I mean, it wasn't going to do anything for me. I knew that I had to sell myself. I had to go above and beyond. Okay, and I did. And when I got that job, I didn't just like, go ha 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 and not perform. I mean, I really performed at that job, and I made that company a shit ton of money that is probably still recurring today. They're still probably getting money from these clients that I recruited for them. Even getting that job, it came from taking risks. The problem with a lot of you guys is you don't believe in yourselves enough. You don't believe in yourselves enough, and then you settle. Okay, you settle for whatever life gives you. And if you settle for whatever life gives you, guess what? You're going to be like everybody else out there, if not worse. Okay, if not worse. If you want to get ahead in life, you need to be able to take calculated risks. Okay, so not just risks, but calculated risks. Have a plan. Okay? Have a strategy. Okay? Be a strategist. Don't be a tactician. And this is something I talk about on my premium content channel. I talk about being a strategist versus being a tactician. If you look around out there, most people in life are tacticians. That's why they are sucking at life. That's why they are failing at life. That's why they have all day to hate in my comment section, because they are not producing value in the world. But people who are strategists, they would never waste their time on hating on any YouTube videos. They would never waste their time in the comment section. They would never waste their life doing that. They would never waste a second doing that. Instead, they would be going out there and putting all of their effort and energy towards getting themselves ahead in life. Okay, so you must become a strategist. You must figure out what your life path and purpose is. Okay, and this is something that I talk about in my program, the 44 Secrets to Becoming a Real Alpha Male. I talk about something called grand strategy. Okay, every man must have a grand strategy. And the grand strategy must be, where do you want to end up in life? I mean, inevitably, where do you want to be in life? What do you want your life to look like? And really get a detailed picture of this. Okay, what city do you want to live in? What type of house do you want to have for yourself? What type of cars do you want for yourself? What type of women do you want to be dating? Okay, what do you want for yourself? What is your grand strategy? What type of value would you like to contribute to the world? What type of legacy would you like to leave behind when you're no longer here? You must have a grand strategy of what you want your life to look like 10, 15, 20 years into the future. Okay? And once you have that pictured in your head, right, and you have that set, you want to start working backwards and go, okay, what do I need to do today to start working towards making that grand strategy a reality? Okay, taking it from fantasy to reality. Okay, and really, I use grand strategy to get to where I am today. And I've been grand strategizing since I was a kid, even when I was in high school. I mean, a lot of my teachers would accuse me of daydreaming and drifting off in class, and they even sent notes home to my parents yeah, he keeps drifting off, he's doing okay in school, but he keeps drifting off. And my parents would be like, are you daydreaming? What are you thinking about? I'm like, yeah, I'm daydreaming, but I don't know if it's really dreaming, because I'm thinking about what I want my life to look like. I was already plotting. Okay, And there were a lot of hiccups in my life. I got with the wrong crowd. I got in a lot of trouble when I was younger. I dated the wrong women. And it took a while to really just iron out those bugs. But even though it was pretty rough, I was still working towards what I wanted. I knew I wanted to be successful in life. I knew I wanted the big house. I knew I wanted the fancy cars. you know, and the thing about it too, it's not really materialistic, because I've always been a gearhead. I just love cars. Okay, I love cars, so it has nothing to do with like materialism. But I mean, it was just, this is what I wanted for myself, and I'm like, how can I get there? And anytime where I took a job, like a paycheck job, I wasn't really making that much, you know, like when I was making milkshakes, for example, I knew, and I stayed at Mel's Drive-In for 2 years, 2 freaking years I stayed at that job. I knew, I'm like, I'm not gonna get there. I'm not gonna be able to afford these things working here. I need to move on. And as much as I love the people I worked with, I love the job, I had to move on. And I just started working towards better jobs. I remember after Mel's, I got a job at Macy's, selling shoes at Union Square downtown, selling women's shoes, right? I learned a lot about women doing that. And I started making a lot more money selling women's shoes. And even that job, I stayed there for a couple of years, it got old. It got old because I'm like, okay, now I can afford a little bit more things. I can afford to take my girl out. But this is not enough money for me. This is not enough. I need to get ahead even further. What can I do? You know, and that's when I started my own businesses, and I started launching my own businesses. And even though I didn't make a whole lot doing that in the beginning, I quickly realized, I'm like, this is the path. Okay, this is the path. At least for me, I was like, this is the path. For you, it might be something else. Maybe you're trying to make your band work, you know, you're a musician, maybe you're an actor or something like that, you know, maybe you're a bodybuilder and you want to make that work. So it might be different for you. You know, for me, I've always gravitated towards entrepreneurship. Okay, I've always been fascinated by business. This is why I studied business in college, although it didn't really teach me anything. I felt like, you know, we were like a bunch of snails out there. I'm like, man, you know, I'm never going to get anywhere with this type of knowledge. I mean, there was no internet back then. Imagine, just no internet. And you have that today. You have Google, man. You could just like literally Google anything. I don't even know why you need school, right? I mean, even taking risks, you could Google, right? You can Google and figure out like if there's a market for what you want to do with yourself, right? But the whole point of this coaching video is you need to take bets on yourself, okay? You need to start placing the bets on yourself and stop placing it on society and doing what 99.9% of people do out there, which is just kind of wait for somebody else to take them by the hand and bring them to the stage of life, you know, bring them, you know, hand them success. It just doesn't work that way, okay? It doesn't work that way. One of my favorite movies growing up was Over the Top, Sylvester Stallone, and one of the key lines in that movie was, the world meets nobody halfway, okay? The world meets nobody halfway. My dad used to say something similar to me. Okay, he used to say something similar, just basically like, hey, you know, nobody's gonna hand you anything. You want something, you gotta go out there and get it. All right, you have to go out there and get it. Everybody has 2 hands, 2 feet. Go out there and get it. Okay, stop being a little bitch. Go out there and get it. The world is not going to meet you halfway, as Stallone said in Over the Top. Please watch that movie. It's awesome. I love it. Reminds me of me and my dad so much. Yeah, I really, really cherish that movie. But I mean, those words couldn't be any truer, and everybody else out there is just waiting for somebody else to put them on the stage, and you can't. Okay, you can't. Even as successful as my business is right now, you know, there are times where, you know, it fluctuates. You know, there's some months that are better than others, and even on the months that where it seems like we're going down, instead of panicking, I mean, my foot just goes right on the gas. I'm a competitive motherfucker, man. I am super competitive. And this is why you should put your kids in sports, because they will learn how to compete. I am probably one of the most competitive dudes that you will ever meet in your life. I am insanely competitive, and I love it, right? I love competing. I love getting out there and making something happen, making something out of nothing. Okay, I love getting out there. You know, especially when I played football, I mean, we would have games where, because I mean, most of the teams I played on were not good. You know, I played on a couple of championship teams, and, you know, one of them two of them I took to the championship, but I played on bad teams before. And even on those bad teams, man, we would be down by like 21 points going into the fourth quarter, And inside of me, I still believed that we could win it, even though there's probably no chance, and none of my teammates believed it. I was like, no, let's stick it to them. Let's put some points on the board. My thinking was, let's at least get some points on the board and stick it to them and send some type of message, something. Even if we lose, let's send a message, right? Let's do something. And a lot of times we would make something happen, whether, what the defense would intercept, for like 99 yards down the sidelines and score, or we would throw the bomb and we would score. We were always able to make something happen. And you have to be that way in life, man. Life is super competitive, especially these days, because you got vultures like me out there that you got to compete against. You have to be super competitive, and you have to stop being a little bitch, okay? You have to stop being a little bitch. Okay, because life is not going to meet you halfway. The world owes you nothing. All Democrats selling you this bullshit like, oh, free healthcare for everyone. We're going to wipe out college debt. I need to do a parody of being a Democrat politician, because I could literally get on the podium and run the gamut with a lot of these fools and just be like, all right, everybody, you guys, your families, the American people, they always say shit like that. The American people deserve free healthcare, free college, free cars. I mean, all they do is promise you free shit. I mean, it goes back to a basic lesson of life. Anything that is free comes at a great cost, okay? And it just dumbfounds me that anybody could still vote Democrat in today's day and age. It's like, dude, they're scam artists. I mean, these people are scamming the shit out of you. I love how these guys talk about pickup being a scam. It's like, dude, look at Democrats. All they do is promise you free shit. They've been promising you free shit for decades. This is nothing new. Have you seen any free shit? No. Okay? All they want to do is promise you free shit so they can raise your taxes, son. They can raise the taxes on you. And, as somebody who's now part of the 1%, I'm not going to be paying those taxes because I got tons of loopholes. You know who pays that taxes? You, right? If you're not part of the 1%, if you're just earning like a normal person's income, if you're middle class like my parents were, like we grew up, you're going to be paying that shit. You, right? And my parents were lifelong Democrats. They raised us Democrat. It took them until just the last few years to realize that Democrats are evil. They suck. They just want to tax the shit out of you. Then they promise you all sorts of free shit that you'll never get. My dad just was telling me, he was like, man, I'm still waiting for their free shit from 1965. That free shit hasn't come in. Or 1966 and 67 and 68. He was bringing up the 60s. They were promising free shit even back then. It's like, instead of giving us free shit, all they do is charge us. They raise our taxes, right? If you're in California where I am, look at our taxes. They're insane. They're pathetically insane. It's like, for the first time in my life, I mean, as part of the 1%, I'm thinking about moving to Texas. I'm thinking about moving to Nevada. I don't know, right? I don't need to be here. My business is mobile, right? But anyway, it's not to get off track. It's like bagging on Democrats, right? I'm not a Republican either, by the way. Don't be accusing me like, oh, you're learning this from Fox News. It's like, no, dude, I don't even watch TV. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I'm really somewhere in the middle. But I really hate the Democrats. Like, they're scamming. Like, constantly promising you free shit. I mean, the Republicans have their deal too, but come on, man. Anyway, guys, like I said, this is getting a bit too long here, but hey, if you really want to get ahead in life, if you really care about yourself, if you care about your family and being able to help other people and really donate to causes that you care about, you need to become successful, okay? You need to become successful, because I even my haters, like, they try to bag on me. Money isn't everything, and all this other shit. And it's like, dude, I'm not disagreeing with you that money isn't everything, but you know what? It makes life a whole lot easier. I am much more happy rich than I am poor, right? And anybody who has money, if you ask them honestly to tell you which is better, rich or poor, they will tell you rich is better. It is. Okay, it is. Having been on both sides of that fence too, of both rich and poor, I grew up with a lot of friends who are like, oh, rich people are evil and whatnot. Hollywood's always saying rich people are evil. All the people that I've met who are successful came from backgrounds like mine, where we grew up without money, we were broke, and we built successful businesses, or we rose in the corporate ladder and became financially well off that way. And not a single one of these guys is greedy or anything, or evil or anything like that. I mean, a lot of these guys are very, very helpful, and they're very, very giving, and they're very, very generous with their time, and me included. I mean, when guys ask me for business advice, I give it to them. I help them. Even when guys ask me for pickup advice, I just give it to them if I'm free. And also, especially with like donating to causes that you care about, right? I mean, when you have money, you can do that shit. I mean, I love animals. You guys know how I feel about animals. I got Cash here with me. He's handicapped right now. He's disabled. I mean, the blessing of this is I could get Cash the best care, right? I've got him like 3 different veterinarians, and they're the best, I believe. No, actually, you have 4, Cash. He has 4 because he has his own like doggy dentist as well, right? I have a doggy dentist in Beverly Hills who does his teeth, his and Gizmo's teeth. But I can give them the best care possible, right? I mean, money is not an issue with saving them. And recently, I mentioned this in other coaching videos, where I had to take him to an emergency one night, and the first hospital, who charged me $4,000, the first hospital was telling me to put him to sleep. Put him to sleep. Okay? After spending $4 grand, most people would be like, yeah, put him to sleep. But as I teach you guys, always get a second opinion. Okay? And I was able to get a second opinion, and in order to get that second opinion, I had to bring him to another hospital, and they're telling me, you're going to pay another $4,000 just to get a second opinion. I'm like, that's fine. Wasn't an issue. And guess what? The second hospital saved his life. They saved his life. So it was worth it, right? It was worth it. And the first hospital that diagnosed him wrong, one call from my lawyers, guess what? They returned the money. So, yeah, because we threatened to like go to the media and all this, because they completely shot him up with a bunch of IVs that they never should have. It was complete negligence on their side. But most people don't have the money to do that shit, but I did, right? Recently, we had to do an MRI on Cash's back just to see if there's anything we can do about his ability to no longer walk. Right? And the doctor there was telling me, like, it's a very slim chance. He's like, chances are you're going to spend $2,200, because that's how much the MRI was. You're going to spend $2,200 just to get the same answer. And I'm like, do it. I'm like, if there's a slim chance that we might be able to find something that can help him walk again, do it. And he was like, yeah, it's pretty slim though. I go, what's the chance? He's like, 8%. I'm like, 8%? That's good. I'm like, let's do it. And he did, but, unfortunately, it didn't come out in our favor. But still, I mean, I was like, okay, peace of mind. Now I know there's absolutely nothing we can do to help Cash walk again. I'm just going to have to carry him around. That's fine. I'm fine with that. But at least I know that, hey, we did everything possible. But again, financially, I'm able to do those things. Right? I used to have a Doberman pinscher for 12 years, a big Doberman. Her name was Mary. Loved Mary to death. She was really there for me my entire life when, when girls would break up with me and relationships would go bad. And you know what? She loved me. She was just constantly there for me. And now that she's gone, there are a number of Doberman charities where a lot of these Dobies need surgeries and whatnot that, I have the money now to donate to, just a ton of animal charities. I mean, even in my own will, right? If anything were to ever happen to me, or if anything happens to me one day and it's finally my time to go, 75% literally 75% of all the money I've earned it's going to go directly to animal charities, right? And 25% is going to go to family, but 75% is going to go to animals, to help them, to help take care of them. And we don't have enough of no-kill shelters. I know we have one in San Francisco, but we need more of these no-kill shelters. But in order to do that, we need money. So that's where a lot of my money is going, and those are a lot of the causes I'm able to donate to, because I got the finances to do that shit, right? So when you become successful in life, you'll be able to do those things, right? But in order to get to that level in life, again, it goes back to you taking risks, okay? If you want to get ahead in life, boys, you must take risks, okay? Take it from me. I did not get to where I am today by not taking risks, okay? By not failing. Does this mean you're never gonna fail? Of course not. You are gonna fail. Trust me, you're gonna fail. You're gonna fail. But guess what? You gotta get up. You gotta get up, learn from it, and then get back out there, okay? That is how winning is done, right? When you fail, you got to get back up. You don't just stay down. Most people are such little bitches. Like, they get knocked down once, like, oh my God, I'm never doing this again. You know, like some guys I take out on boot camp for pickup sometimes, they get rejected by a girl who's not even that cute. For whatever reason, she didn't like him. All of a sudden, the guy wants to leave the friggin' boot camp. I'm like, that's the first approach, dude. Give yourself a break. Give yourself an opportunity to win. Give yourself an opportunity to get back up and try again. Okay, stop being such a little bitch. Good God. You know, that's not how life works. I mean, if I was that much of a little bitch, I mean, right now I'd probably be sweeping floors at, you know, your local McDonald's right now. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding, man. You have to be able to take risks, and when you get knocked down, you have to get back up. Okay? And this is why I love entrepreneurship, because it's all about failing and then getting back up and finding something that succeeds. Great thing about entrepreneurship is you could start a dozen businesses, all like, and 11 of them can fail. But if you have one that succeeds, that's enough. That's all you need, right? Or what if you're trying to be an actor, you could get rejected at all these auditions. All you need is that one role, right? That's all you need. That's all you need. But you have to be able to deal with the rejection, with that failure. That is part of being a human on this planet. Okay, you're gonna have to deal with that. You're gonna have to deal with failure. You're gonna have to deal with rejection. Sorry to break it to you, right? But you have to have the mental toughness to get back up, and that is what you have to ask yourself. That's the $1 million question. Do you have that mental toughness? Do you believe in yourself enough? Because at this point, I believe in you more than you believe in yourself. And you've got to switch that. You got to get to the point where you believe in you more than I believe in you. More than anyone believes in you. Stop waiting for other people to put you on the stage. If you want it, you go out, you got to go out there and you got to take it. Okay? That line was also an over the top with Sylvester Stallone. You want something in life, you got to take it. You have to learn how to take risks and roll the dice. Okay? Learn how to take risks and roll the dice on yourselves. Because many times when you do just that, you will roll sevens. Okay? You'll roll sevens. If you have a hot hand especially, you'll roll sevens. Does this mean that you're going to roll sevens every single time? Of course not. Maybe you only roll sevens 1 out of a dozen times. But you know what? That's all you need. That's all you need to become successful today. You just need that one time. When I started my pickup business, I had just come off 11 failures. I just come off 11 businesses that failed. Ate up all of my savings that I had earned in corporate America. My money was wiped out. I put my Mercedes up for sale at one point because I was running out of money. And you know what? I was down to my last $500, and then it started to take off. Okay, so that's all you need to do. You just need that one success. You need to take risks and then roll the dice. Place all bets on yourself. All right, gentlemen? And with that said, I'm going to wrap up here. Until next time, this is Matt Cross from Alpha Male Secrets. Do not forget to smash that like button below. Also, hit that notification bell right next to it so that you are notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on YouTube. More importantly, guys, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Okay, especially if you're digging my content lately, especially a lot of this red pill knowledge. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Okay, that way, whenever I upload a brand new coaching video to YouTube, you will be the first to be notified about it. And for you guys who want to support my work and all of this knowledge and invaluable, priceless content that I've been uploading lately, the best way to do that is by becoming a premium subscriber of my premium Alpha Male content channel, which I am hosting on a private platform away from YouTube. And that's really just to protect myself, to protect my content, and to protect my students, right? In case the day ever comes where YouTube decides to completely wipe out my channel because it's not, you know, going along with their agenda. right? So the best way to support my work is by becoming a premium subscriber of my premium Alpha Male Secrets channel. And right now the first month is only $1, okay? It's only $1 for the entire first month of premium Alpha Male content, where you're going to be learning about how to take risks, how to build a business, how to buy cars, how to just become a better version of yourself, how to become a better man, a better alpha male in today's beta pussified world, today's emasculated anti-male world. I'm going to teach you how to do that on my premium Alpha Male content channel. So to become a premium subscriber, it's just $1 for the entire first month of premium Alpha Male content from me. And to get signed up, all you need to do is click that link below in my description box, okay? And it will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds. So do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video.